On this world, there are only two things one cannot look directly at. The first is the sun because it's too dazzling. The second is human nature because it's too unpredictable. If I say that society cannot bear a play, and people cannot endure a thorough exposure of their own nature, would you believe me? Take a look at the comments on the videos about human nature that I've shared, and you'll understand. I know your life is very busy, yet the things I say are not easy to absorb, especially hard to grasp fully. If you only listen once, my advice is to watch until the end. Listen to it repeatedly. When you're free or doing housework, share and save the playlist for your convenience. I'm certain within just a few short months, your thinking will grow tremendously, reaching a new height. The ancients' wisdom greets you, dear friends. Today, we continue to dissect, to see how complex human nature truly is. These are the most honest conclusions, so the more experienced you are, the more value you'll find in them. If you don't fully understand, it's fine, just filter and apply what's useful to yourself. They say heaven is beautiful, but not everyone wants to go there right away. They say money is sinful, but everyone is trying to earn it. They say beauties are a source of trouble, but everyone wants one. They say it's cold at the top, but everyone wants to climb up. That is human nature. What is human nature? Hating you when you have something, laughing at you when you don't, despising you when you're poor, fearing you when you're rich. Lawyers hope you get sued. Doctors hope you fall ill. Mechanics hope your car breaks down. Only thieves wish you prosperity and wealth. When meeting someone for the first time, people start judging their status and worth, then decide whether they'll bow to others or make others bow to them. When you fail, there's always a crowd coming to ask, to care about what happened to you, then leave with satisfaction. Most people want you to live well, but only if you don't surpass them. As long as it doesn't affect their interests, what others say you don't need to argue against. As long as you're not personally attacked, their opinions you don't need to care about. The more you fear, the more people will bully you. When you fear nothing, on the contrary, no one dares to bully you. If you're too kind, people will take advantage of you. When you're a bit tougher, they might come to flatter you. Since ancient times, genuine emotions cannot be retained. Only cunning hearts truly understand people. Gradually, you'll realize a good heart can never compare to a clever tongue. Relationships between people are like knitting. When building them, it's stitch by stitch, careful and long-lasting. But when unraveling, a gentle pull is all it takes. Don't easily recount your pain and struggles, for some will comfort you on the outside, but behind your back, they'll use your pain as a topic for gossip. Friends may wish you well, but only if you don't outshine them. Your own failure, of course, is frightening, but a friend's success hurts even more. A beggar won't envy a millionaire, but will surely be jealous of a beggar earning more than him. People allow strangers to be wealthy, but cannot stand it when those close to them rise. The greatest pain in life is witnessing those around you soar and prosper. We'd rather see outsiders succeed than endure the success of those near us. A distant achiever we admire, a nearby achiever we resent, someone far superior we respect, someone just slightly better we envy. When eating meat, people praise its taste. When washing dishes, they curse their dirtiness. When hungry, people will pick any food they don't even like. When lonely, they'll choose someone they don't love. That's called when hungry you don't picky eat, when cold you don't picky wear, when panicked you don't picky paths, when poor you don't picky wives. Why do beauties often die young since ancient times? Because no one cares how long the ugly live. If you give someone a coin every day, just one day you don't, they'll hate you. But if you slap them every day, just one day you don't, they'll thank you. Good people often feel rejecting others is like committing a wrong. Some people you help 7 parts, they think you still owe them 3. Spouses who haven't divorced haven't seen each other's true nature. Siblings who haven't dealt with money haven't seen each other's falseness. Parents who haven't lain on a sickbed haven't seen their children's filial piety. Friends who haven't touched on interests haven't seen human nature clearly. Parents who seem strong mostly raise weak and unconfident children. In contrast, gentle, calm parents often nurture children with strong inner selves. Introverts, sensitive ones, are often deeply loyal. Once they trust, they hold on steadfastly. Extroverts, lively ones, though easy to get along with, are often cold inside, and at critical moments are usually the first to retreat. The more at home, the worse people treat their family, yet they try to act good with outsiders. Such people are not only insecure, but also cowardly. Otherwise, they wouldn't come home just to lose their temper, argue, and bully their loved ones. A single madman is easily spotted, but a group of madmen is hard to detect. The first to point out something odd is often labeled the crazy one. Most people can't see their own flaws, but have a mouth eager to judge others. Despising each other, flattering each other, everyone wants to stand above others, yet is ready to kneel before others. Modern people live in illusions. They think they know what they want, but in truth, what they want is just what others want them to want. Most people don't truly crave freedom because freedom comes with responsibility, and most fear responsibility. People can withstand attacks from others, but can't handle praise. So, remember to learn how to compliment others. It'll keep you free of enemies. High emotional intelligence is when you lie, the other knows it, but still happily accepts. Low emotional intelligence is the opposite. Even when you tell the truth, you still have to apologize. The ugliest part of human nature is being selfish yourself, yet demanding generosity from others, always wanting others to be saints, while secretly being a villain. You think those you've helped would at least show sympathy when you're in trouble, but in reality, those very people are often the ones ready to pour fuel on the fire. The honest must be cautious like villains, while liars parade as virtuous gentlemen. When you have no money, be a good person first. When you have money, then do good deeds. Sadly, most do it backward. When they have no money, they don't see themselves as human. When they have money, they don't see anything as significant. If one day you feel everyone around you is fake, don't worry, don't fear. It means you've grown up. There's nothing surprising about it. Many weak people are also evil, but because they're weak, their evil lacks destructive power. Yet, once these people turn the tables, they often become far crueler. Many honest people can also be bad, but because they're inexperienced, they live timidly. However, once they gain a foothold, they instantly turn shameless and endlessly greedy. Many bosses tell their employees, "Work hard, we're doing something good for society. When the company succeeds, we won't forget you." But in reality, either the boss goes bankrupt midway, or when the company grows big, they kick out those who shared the hardships. Many guys tell girls, "I really like you. I may not have money now, but I'll work hard to earn it. When I'm rich, I'll repay you double." But in reality, either the guy lacks the ability to achieve much, or when he gets rich, he abandons the wife who stood by him through thick and thin. Thus, those who love preaching morals and emotions often use these standards to bind others, while quietly pursuing their own selfish gains. Talking about money trains people into wolves, but talking about feelings turns them into ingrates. Relationships sustained by money, if prolonged, often end up breeding affection. But relationships starting with affection often crumble over interests and end in mutual resentment. Praising others is always right, especially when you don't know what to say or don't want to say anything. Just compliment them. It avoids unnecessary trouble. Acting dumb is always right, especially when you've seen through everything. The clearer you understand, the more you need to play dumb. When you don't understand, just wait in silence. Can money make people evil? In truth, money doesn't make people bad, nor does it make them good. It only reveals their true selves. Money, like power, is a magnifying glass for human nature. It amplifies your real self many times over, letting you live closer to your true essence. When people are poor, they lack the chance to show arrogance and aloofness, nor the ability to display generosity and kindness. When people have money, traits like vanity, greed, pride, selfishness, and lust get magnified, while generosity, kindness, courage, filial piety, and dedication are amplified too. Money makes the noble nobler, the vile viler. Money makes the profound deeper, the shallow shallower. The best way to comfort someone is to tell them, "Actually, I'm worse off than you." Never just spout empty theories, because that only makes the other feel truly pathetic. That's human nature. I can fail, but I can't admit I've failed. I need to see everyone else fail too, only then do I feel at peace. Turns out, in this world, many are worse than me, so why should I be sad? I should quietly feel lucky instead. In short, not every failure deserves pity or sympathy. Not every failure is ready to face the truth. They'd rather deceive themselves, live in self-comfort. Most people's happiness doesn't come from self-awareness, but from living better than those around them, from a sense of superiority. And most people's suffering isn't from being ordinary or poor, but from seeing those around them succeed more, thus feeling endless pain. No matter how rich and idle someone is, if their friends all live better, their happiness won't be high. But no matter how ordinary and simple someone is, if their friends aren't as good as them, their happiness won't be low. Within human nature, there's a self-defense mechanism for pride. When facing the outside world, especially things beyond our expectations, we feel panicked and confused. Then, our brain gathers every clue to prove that others' success is just luck. If I had the same conditions, I'd surely outdo them. For example, when we were in school, we'd say the smart kids were just bookworms, pretty girls had no brains. As adults, this shifts to colleagues getting promoted by sucking up to the boss, classmates succeeding in business thanks to rich family backing. To avoid facing the success of those around us, we love dragging them down, stomping on their glory to satisfy our psyche. This feeling sometimes brings more joy than achieving something ourselves. We always like thinking of the excellent and successful in the most negative way. Only then do we feel at ease. As if only then can we prove our mediocrity isn't unique and find excuses for our failures and mundane lives. People would rather prove others' mediocrity than face their own. This is the limit of most humans and how they silently admit their helplessness. As someone said, all human suffering, at its core, stems from anger at our own powerlessness. The most understanding people are often the least noticed. The kindest ones are often the most bullied. Those who understand others are often the most wronged. Conversely, those who cry, refuse, and turn their backs are often the ones no one dares touch. The tougher and more unreasonable you are, the more people come to please you. Guys with traits of jerks, outwardly carefree, uncaring, are actually starved for love. Girls easily drawn to jerks mostly have been hurt by family and lack affection, to the point a slight bait from a jerk can trap them. Human eyes, though parallel, don't see people fairly. Human ears, on both sides, prefer hearing one-sided words. Each person alone is rational and smart, but when gathered, they turn blind and irrational, becoming a chaotic crowd, easily swayed by the herd effect. In a society where everyone watches each other, what's called right is simply aligning with others. Every act of arrogance hides a buried inferiority. Concessions often lead to overstepping. Don't expect them to bring respect or compassion from others. Humans have 1,000 faces. Their minds shift 1,000 times. What you know, no need to say it all. What you hear, no need to fully believe. In this cold society, you never know who's playing what game with whom. What's so scary about ghosts? Look at the hearts around you, full of masterful actors. Each wears an ever-changing mask. Today you're sincere with someone, tomorrow you'll ache with regret. Most can't see their own faults, but love preaching to others. They hold selfishness, yet demand generosity from others. Life's like playing Super Mario. If you haven't eaten the mushroom to grow, even a tiny turtle can kill you instantly. Overpleasing others is slowly killing yourself. Kindness may be free, but it can't be too cheap. Giving without expecting anything only brings disappointment. Don't be unconditionally good to someone, no matter how much you love them, because over time, they'll get used to it and take it for granted. Enthusiasm unmet with response must stop at the right time, for this devotion only moves you, not them. Those who love showing off are often insecure. The most flirtatious often lack love. The flashiest on the outside are often the weakest inside. In this society, true pride isn't knowing many when you shine, but how many still remember you when you fall. Joy shared with the wrong person becomes boasting. Sorrow shared with the wrong person becomes whining. Sometimes reality must slap you hard for you to see how fake society is. Those you thought were friends will hurt you beyond repair. Only then Do you realize how terrifying human hearts are? Never blame others for not helping you, nor resent them for not caring. In this world, we're all lone beings. Pain and hardship we must bear alone. No one can truly understand you unless the stone falls on their foot. They'll never feel the pain. Everything needs limits. Excessive kindness is unwise. Excessive yielding is weakness. If you're too tolerant and forgiving in all things, others won't appreciate you. They'll just push further. Too much kindness is also a form of folly. Most human happiness comes from living better than those around them. Most suffering comes from seeing those around them outdo them. People love criticizing the excellent, claiming their success is random or corrupt. As if only this way, they can prove their mediocrity isn't odd, and find reasons to justify their lack of success. No matter how you live, there's always someone talking behind your back. No need to explain, no need to argue. Just smile and let go. That's the best contempt. Many first meetings feel like soulmates, but reunions turn into strangers. You can treat someone well, but they may not remember. Hurt them and they might recall it forever. No need to beg kindness from others, but don't trouble them either. Those who hold hope see light everywhere. Those with dark souls see shadows all around. Most of the time, how people see the world depends on themselves. Anger is punishing yourself for others' mistakes. Sadness is tormenting yourself with the past. Worry is scaring yourself with unknown future risks. When you're in trouble, you'll see who your friends are. When you succeed, you'll see friends notice you. In your happiest or most painful moments, you'll understand yourself. Through ups and downs, you'll know who's truly your friend. That's human nature. Society can't bear a play, and humans can't bear a full unveiling of their essence. I suddenly grasped Lu Xun's words in Diary of a Madman. I flipped through history. No dates anywhere. Every page scribbled crookedly with 4 words: benevolence, righteousness, morality. Now I understand. Reading Lu Xun as a child, I didn't get it. Rereading as an adult, I only shed tears.